If you're shopping for a laser level, you need to watch this video. Come on, guys. Knock it off. So Firecore contacted me about their new laser level. Free tool, asking if I'd be interested in using one of their videos. They didn't ask me to review it. Just use it in one of their videos. No strings attached. Now before I use or possibly feature a tool in one of my videos, I'm gonna check it out. I mean, hey, I'm as picky about my tools as the next guy. And I thought I'd share my test with you as a review. And even though they sent me the level for free, it won't influence my opinion. Seriously. Okay, let's start with what's included. You won't see any unboxing here, guys. I mean, I think they're ridiculous. Came in a box, took it out of the box, enough said. So it comes in this soft fabric case. Kind of cheesy fabric, but you know, it's fairly well padded. Very, very well padded, actually. I guess a plastic case would be nice, but then again, some cases better than no case at all. So it comes with a mounting bracket here. So it has magnets to attach it to a metal surface, and also a screw hole. You can optionally screw it to a wall or a wood stud. Also, the laser itself comes with standard 5/8 coarse thread for attachment to a tripod. That's a standard surveying tripod thread. Also has 1/4 thread to attach to camera tripods. Well, that's good. Okay, and of course this thing here, you know, a red thing, you know, who uses those? This particular model does not have batteries. This has a rechargeable lithium ion battery pack. So you got your charger for that, and that's where it plugs in. It's sealed up, that's good. Let's get the battery out here. I actually Googled this battery. So if you were to have an issue with these are available. Only on AliExpress, I found. So, you know, they're shipping from China, but it was not crazy expensive. I'll show a picture of that link that I found. Anyway, they say 10-hour battery life under normal use. I've used this thing for quite a while so far in some testing and playing around, and it's damn close to 10 hours. And the unit will operate without the battery pack being in, if it's plugged into the wall. That's a bonus. We have the master power switch, which is also the gimbal lock to keep the gimbal stabilized and transport and moving. So this is your master power. Turn that on, and it immediately comes up with the level beam, 360 degrees around the room. And then we have two switches up here. The first one is a toggle to go to one beam, two. These are vertical lasers here, and there's also they're square. They're supposed to be perpendicular to each other for doing layout. And this will also project a point up on the ceiling, which should be perfectly plumb with this crosshair right here. And you click the next button, and the level comes on again. So you have all three beams on at once. And that is actually a really nice feature. So you can just toggle between those simply. And then we have another feature here. This is for the pulse mode. And this is so if you have a sending and receiving, or a receiving unit for longer distances, or where you can't see the beam, like outside in bright daylight. But I gotta say, Firecore, you didn't send me the receiving unit to check this out, so I can't do that for you guys. Like most laser levels, if you tilt this too far out of level and the self-leveling mode won't engage, the beam will flash and let you know that you are not self-level. That's pretty much standard on all laser levels, so you know, no points there, but it's a good feature. Okay, there's one final mode of this laser, and it's called manual mode. And you want to use that when you want to tilt the laser beam on an angle to, you know, put like an angled line on a wall, like for tile or handrail on a stair. That's called manual mode. And to enter manual mode, you turn off the master power, which locks the gimbal, and you press and hold this button here for a few seconds, and then it will enter manual mode. And you can select which beam or all three combination that you want. And now you'll notice that you can actually turn the laser on an angle, and it's the self-leveling will not work. You're using this for alignment purposes only. And you notice that it'll flash like every 3 seconds. And that just tells you that you're in manual mode. So that's a pretty cool feature. Okay, about the instructions. They're all here. The manual is pretty clear. I mean, so oftentimes Chinese manufacturers, their translation is a little off, but this really isn't that bad. It outlines it numbers the power buttons and whatnot, and then references all those in the different modes, that you can use the laser in. It's pretty clear. You just actually have to read it. So a good job on the manual, Firecore. Now on the warranty, it's a little ambiguous, I think. They give you this little letter of thanks, a warranty card, looks like you need to fill it out. No address to send it to. So I was a little, curious about that. Anyway, so I contacted Firecore concerning their 1-year, defect replacement warranty, and asked them about their registration. I asked, where are their service centers? How do you send in a warranty claim? And they basically replied to me promptly, actually. Customers can contact us directly via email, and we will respond within 2 hours. The customer describes the problem in detail and attaches a video. Yeah, I'm not sure how many people are going to really do that, but if there's a problem with the machine itself, we will refund the customer directly. Okay, that's good. And then the goods will cooperate with Amazon Logistics and return to our overseas warehouse for unified processing. That's a little confusing to me, but I guess take it for what it's worth. The warranty, I'm sure they're going to honor any defects in their workmanship if the unit doesn't work within 1 year. If you drop or break this unit, not real clear on how you go about getting it fixed. Okay, so now on to the fun part. We're going to test the accuracy of this thing's level line. Once again, this is going 360 degrees around the room right now. My shop here is 36 foot square inside, and to get the most distance, we're going to go corner to corner. That's why I'm set up over here in this corner. You can see behind me the water level, and there's one over in the opposite corner. I know of no other way to really test the accuracy of a level unless you have a true standard, which I'm using my water level. Now, I don't only want to compare it, which I will, to a couple other laser levels, but these could easily be slightly out of calibration, so it's not really a fair test. But I will show you how this stacks up against those as well. So as of right now, this tripod with the Firecore laser is 42 foot, maybe a little bit more, to that other water level in the other corner. So we're going to see where the beam stands against the water level in both corners, then we'll compare it with the Bosch laser levels. We're in the starting corner by the tripod, and you can see I've set the elevation to be dead nuts on the water level. I put a line on the wall as well. And that is a 1/4 inch graph paper behind you just for comparison, in case you want to see how off something is. Those other 2 lines above the laser line are for where we're going to set up the Bosches. So they're a 1/2 inch and 1 inch above the laser level. So you can see this is dead nuts. Now let's go over in the other corner and check. Here we are on the other side of the room, 42 foot away. So that beam's going 42 foot, and it is, I didn't expect this actually. I thought I would see a little bit more. If anything, it might be, if it's not dead nuts, it's a 32nd to a 16th off. Now let's check with compared to the Bosches. Showdown time. Okay, what we have here is we have our Firecore, right in the money. This is our Bosch GLL30 cross-line laser, brand new. It's actually like 3 weeks old. And up here, the point is my Bosch GPL3 point and plumb laser. It just shoots it doesn't shoot a line, it just shoots a point, a level point. And this laser is about 10 years old. So you can see I have them all set on this side, and they're all dead nuts. Let's walk over to the other corner. This here is the Firecore beam, which is pretty much dead nuts. Here's the Bosch GLL30 crossline. I'd say that's a 16th low. And here's my 10-year-old Bosch GPL3 point laser. I'm gonna say that's about 1/8 of an inch high. Okay, so the Firecore level test is excellent results. If it's not dead nuts, it's close. It's definitely within their 3 millimeters in 10-meter accuracy range, which is, for all us imperialists, 1/8 of an inch in about 32, 33 feet. And we're shooting at about 42 foot, so that's accurate. Okay, so this next test is for vertical or plumb accuracy. And the only way I could test this is with another standard is to use a plumb bob. I've made 2 boards that are identical. They have a crosshair, and then there's these 3 rings. And these rings are spaced 1 inch apart. And I've set this one, the one up above in the cupola, directly, above this point on this one on the floor. So that means that these rings are perfectly aligned. And all I need to do to check it is to put these lasers anywhere on, if it's on this ring down here, it should be on that ring up there. Let's throw the Firecore on there. Put it right on this middle ring. Okay, and just for comparison, I'm going to put my old Bosch point laser here as well. And our plumb measurement distance is 17.5 foot. It is definitely less than the 10 meters, but this is all the height I got. The point is the Bosch, crosshair is the Firecore. I'd say, strangely enough, they're both dead nuts. I expected a little off in the Bosch because the level was a little off, but that is really, really good. Our final test before we wrap this all up is to check the squareness of the laser. It's supposed to project, 90-degree lines, and we're going to check that. And we're not going to use a framing square. We're going to use math. So what we're going to do is I'm going to lay out 3 points along the laser line at a known distance. We're going to measure the diagonal, and then we're going to check it against math. And math don't lie. It'll tell us whether this thing is putting out a square beam or not. So I use the laser to draw essentially 2 lines in the floor. And this is where the laser was located. So I put a mark 24 foot down this way and a mark 24 foot up that way. And we can calculate, we measured, and now we're going to back check the diagonal. And 24 foot for one leg, for the other leg, and our diagonal should be calculated 33 foot 11 and 5/16. And if you recall from the picture, the actual measurement was 33 foot 11 and 3/16. That is 1/8 of an inch difference in a diagonal. And there could be some margin of error in my measuring. I'm going to say this is square. I mean, that is as square as you need to be. Sorry if this is dragged on. I'm just trying to be thorough. So what are my final thoughts? I won't keep you in suspense. For 150 bucks, I think it's a good investment. It's a good tool. It's accurate. It's level, it's plumb, it's square. It's a precision tool. My only concerns, long-term durability. Is this a tool you can use and abuse? How will it hold up? Can you toss in the back of your truck, let it bounce around? I guess only time and use will tell. Did I mention I really like the rechargeable battery? Hope this video helped you out. Please like, subscribe, and there's a link in the description box down below if you are interested in buying one of these on Amazon. Oh, and I really like the rechargeable battery. Ah!